Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of British Threepence coins featuring King George VI, and some of these small but historic coins can be worth serious money. Believe it or not, people have found these coins in old jars, pocket change, and even at yard sales, only to discover they're worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In this video, we'll break down the rare dates you should be looking for, the unique designs collectors love, and the valuable minting errors that can turn an ordinary threepence into a hidden treasure. We'll also explore the difference between earlier silver issues and later brass versions, and how condition and rarity can dramatically increase a coin's value. So stay tuned, and don't forget to check your old coins carefully, because you might already have a rare and valuable piece sitting at home. The idea of an 1891 British threepence being a $900,000 hidden treasure sounds dramatic, but there's a key mistake to clear first, and it matters. An 1891 threepence is not from the era of George VI at all. It actually belongs to the reign of Queen Victoria, and it is part of the coinage of the United Kingdom, not the United States. That correction alone changes the entire story of the coin. Now step back into 1891. This was the height of the Victorian era, a time when the British Empire stretched across the globe and trade connected continents. Coins like the threepence were small, but essential. They moved through markets, shops, and daily life, quietly supporting one of the largest economies in the world. Unlike later threepence coins that were brass and multi-sided, the 1891 version was typically made of silver and had a classic round shape. That gives it a different historical and material identity compared to the later copper coins many people confuse it with. When people see an old coin with dark toning or a worn surface, they often believe it hides secret value. But that dirty look usually tells a simpler story. It means the coin has been heavily circulated for over a century. It has passed through countless hands, lived through generations, and experienced real use. In the world of coin collecting, heavyware usually reduces value rather than increasing it. Collectors look for sharp details, clear designs, and minimal damage. The idea of no mint mark creating rarity is another misunderstanding. British coins of that period generally did not display mint marks in the same way American coins do. So the absence of a mint mark is normal, not a hidden sign of extreme value. This is where many exaggerated claims begin. Ordinary features are mistaken for rare ones. Now let's talk about the dream of million-dollar coins. Coins that reach extraordinary prices are not common pieces. They are rare because of unique factors, very low mintage, special historical circumstances, or unusual minting errors. A standard 1891 threepence, even though it is old and made of silver, was produced in significant numbers. That means most surviving examples today are collectible, but not extremely rare. But here's where the real excitement lives. Within ordinary coins, there can be rare exceptions. A coin from 1891 that has been preserved in exceptional condition, sharp details, strong shine, and minimal wear, can be worth much more than a worn example. Even more valuable are mint errors or unusual variations. If the coin shows doubling, a misstrike, or a rare die flaw, it becomes something unique. These are the coins that serious collectors search for, and they can reach much higher values. Still, the idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from this coin belongs to a completely different level of rarity. Coins that are almost one-of-a-kind and verified through major auctions. A typical 1891 British threepence, even with its silver content and Victorian history, does not fall into that category. The high prices you sometimes see online are often unrealistic listings, not real sales. What this coin truly offers is something deeper than money. It's a piece of the Victorian world, a time of expansion, industry, and global influence. It has survived more than a century, carrying with it the quiet story of everyday life in a powerful empire. So instead of chasing exaggerated promises, look closely at the coin itself. Study its details, understand its era, and appreciate its journey. Because in coin collecting, the real treasure isn't found in loud claims of millions. It's discovered in history, rarity, and the details most people overlook. The idea that a 1914 British Threepence coin could secretly be a $900,000 treasure is the kind of story that instantly pulls you in. But the real truth begins with a correction that changes everything. A 1914 threepence is not from the era of George VI. It actually belongs to the reign of George V and is part of the coinage of the United Kingdom, not the United States. Understanding that puts the coin in its true historical context. Now step into 1914, a year that marked the beginning of World War I. This was a turning point in global history, when empires were drawn into conflict and everyday life began to change dramatically. Coins like the threepence were still being used in daily transactions. Small purchases, simple exchanges, but they existed in a world that was rapidly shifting. Unlike later copper threepence coins, the 1914 version was typically struck in silver and had a classic round shape, giving it both intrinsic metal value and historical importance. When people see an old coin with dark toning or heavy wear, they often think it must be rare or valuable. But that dirty appearance usually tells a different story. It means the coin has been circulated for many years, passed through countless hands, and exposed to time and environment. In coin collecting, heavy wear usually lowers value because collectors prefer coins with sharp details and minimal damage. The idea of no mint mark creating rarity is another misunderstanding. British coins from this period generally did not use visible mint marks like American coins do. So the absence of a mint mark is completely normal, not a hidden feature that suddenly makes the coin valuable. This is where many exaggerated claims begin. Ordinary characteristics are mistaken for something extraordinary. Now let's talk about the dream of million-dollar coins. Coins that reach extreme values are not ordinary pieces. They are rare because of unique factors, very limited production, special historical significance, or unusual minting errors. A standard 1914 threepence was produced in significant numbers, so most surviving examples today are collectible but not extremely rare. Even though it is over a century old and made of silver, age and metal alone do not create massive value. But here's where the real excitement begins. Within millions of ordinary coins, there can be rare exceptions. A 1914 threepence preserved in excellent condition, sharp design, strong detail, and minimal wear can be worth more to collectors. Even more valuable are mint errors. If a coin shows doubling, an off-center strike, or a rare die flaw, it becomes something unique. These are the coins collectors actively search for, and they can command higher prices. Still, the idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from this coin belongs to a completely different level of rarity, coins that are almost one of a kind and verified through major auctions. A typical 1914 British threepence, even with its wartime connection, does not fall into that category. The high prices you might see online are often unrealistic listings, not real sales. What this coin truly offers is something deeper than money. It is a piece of history from the very beginning of a global conflict that reshaped the world. It carries the story of everyday life during a time of uncertainty and change. That journey gives it meaning far beyond its financial value. So instead of chasing exaggerated promises, take a closer look at the coin itself. Study its details, understand its era, and appreciate its story. Because in the world of coins, real treasure isn't found in loud claims of millions. It's discovered in rarity, history, and the details most people overlook.